The National Bank of Rwanda has announced that it will continue to implement a prudent monetary policy in the second half of this year. Joining us now on the line to explain more is the Governor, John Rwangomba. Good to have you on the program, Governor. It was your Monetary Policy Committee declaration today. Is there as much interest in your MPC announcements as there are in other parts of Africa? Do you get a lot of people coming along to the hotel to hear you?
Hello?
Did you have a full crowd listening to your MPC announcement?
Sure. Our monetary policy and financial stability statement normally attract many people. So we had full house listening to what the performance of the economy has been and what are the prospects going forward.
And the performance of the economy, I see from your presentation, very strong, 7.5% GDP growth, buoyed by exports that are just off the charts. What's going on in Rwanda that you guys are able to keep this rolling?
There are different factors. One is on the monetary policy point of view, we work closely with our colleagues on the fiscal side. So that coordination between the monetary policy and the fiscal side is very key, and that has helped to really synergize our efforts to grow our economy. So we've maintained a prudent monetary stance over the past more than 1 year, which we moderately eased in June. But the targeted investments by government and the positive environment there for private sector investment and the growth within our financial sector, as we see the assets of the financial sector are growing, the loan books are growing, all this is having an impact on the positive developments we see in our country.
And investors are enjoying it as well. I see your new index for the stock market, the Rwanda Stock Exchange Index, up 40% for the year to date. Is that a reflection of business conditions?
Yeah, that is really a reflection of business conditions. One is the assets or the companies that are listed on the stock exchange are doing well within their business themselves. But generally speaking, the economy, as you had, is we saw economic growth at 8% last year, despite all the challenges we went through globally, but also even internally. And this year, as you had again, we are projecting 7.5%, achieved 5.9% growth in the first quarter. And all the indications are positive. So, excited to be investing with us. And that is reflected, of course, in the index of our stock exchange.
Governor, I see that in your slides, in your presentation, you make a big notice, or you point out that the oil price is pretty important to your economy and indeed to all of East Africa. Is that the big risk factor, a higher oil price?
The oil what?
Oil price. Would that derail, or could not derail, but affect your economy?
Yeah, sure. The oil prices, of course, have direct impact on our inflation. This is one of our biggest imports, and any increase in the oil prices, in most cases, affects different parts of our economy. So the fact that has remained stable and in most cases going down has had positive impact in inflation in our economies, not only in Rwanda but in the region in general. So we are 100% importer of oil products. So any impact on the prices automatically impacts on us. When you look at our inflation, the basket of our consumption here, oil and food means a lot, and any change there, any negative or positive change there, direct impact on our inflation. So yes, it means a lot to us.
That was John Rwangomba, the Governor of the National Bank of Rwanda.